Welcome, everybody. My name is Mary, and I'm with the Office for Diversity and Inclusion. I have with us today Donna Fredericksen from Accessoride Paratransit Service. We are kicking off Disability Awareness Month here at the Office for Diversity and Inclusion, and we are thrilled to have Donna and her team with us today to talk about Accessoride, their services, how they've been managing in the pandemic, as well as answer your questions. So with that, I will pass it on to Donna to introduce, I think she has a couple of her teammates with her. And please feel free to put your questions and comments in the chat, and we will also have time at the end to take your questions as well. Okay. Donna,
Hi.
to you.
And thanks, Mary. I hope everybody can see the screen, right? The shared screen. I'd like to take a minute and introduce my colleagues, Shirley Turan Marty and Tammy Francis, who will also be doing a presentation. So thank you so much. We love coming and talking with your group, whether it's at a resource fair, live and in person, or online like this. So we're from Accessoride. These are important times for a lot of us, and we may need the service. So we're just going to review really quickly what the service is. So as many of you might or might not know, the New York City Transit runs Accessoride, and it's here for people with disabilities who cannot use the subway or the bus for whatever reason that is. It could be a temporary setback, perhaps a new knee or a new hip, or it might be something more long-term. We operate within the 5 boroughs of New York City and 3/4 of a mile into our, I just want to move my thing there because I can't see, and a 3/4 of a mile into Nassau County and Westchester County. So we follow the same route that our buses follows, the same service area. The red items that are going to be bringing up are things that have been suspended due to the COVID safety protocols. So usually we say Accessoride is a shared ride, meaning you're going to be sharing the ride with other customers so that we can accommodate our 160,000 customers every day. But with COVID, our safety protocols, we have stopped that. So you'll just be traveling with you and a guest or a PCA. If you need to travel with more, just let your reservationist know. So origin to destination means we bring you, we like to say origin to destination. It's more like saying door to door. Our feeder service also has been put on hold as COVID safety protocols. But feeder service means that somehow in your application process, you told us that you can manage maybe 1 to 2 city blocks. That's not your real issue. Maybe you can take the bus in your neighborhood so that we will know when we schedule your service, it meets those specific criteria you told us about. Remember, Accessoride is public transportation. There are no priority trips, and we do have maximum ride times based on distance. We're a very busy city, as all of you must have gotten stuck in traffic. Might be not at the beginning of the COVID, but now the traffic is building again. So it's very important for folks to understand that we get stuck in traffic. Although we've worked with DOT to allow our buses, our Accessoride vans, to travel in the bus lanes. So that really helps, and the HOV lanes. So not the HOV lanes, but yeah, the HOV, special lanes to get maybe to the tunnel you might see on the Gowanus much faster. So DOT has been a great partner in letting us have access to these areas. We operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. A lot of folks don't realize that, but we do have some customers who need the service because perhaps they work those evening shifts or have very early morning dialysis treatments, whatever it is. Remember, Accessoride will take you wherever you go, wherever you need to go. Medical appointments and things like that, we understand are important to you, but there are no priority trips. So it's important to know that when you're utilizing the service. Reservations can be made 1 to 2 days in advance from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we'll talk a little bit about how you to make those reservations, not just by phone. And most important, we're in compliance with the Federal Americans with Disabilities Act. Very, very important to know that. I always like to say we answer to a higher authority, and that is the FTA and the ADA. We're the largest paratransit service in North America. We have over 160,000 customers and about pre-COVID, about 24,000 trips a day. Today, our trips were back up to about 20,000 trips, almost 21,000 trips. So we're hitting that number again. We're back up to almost our pre-COVID capacity. During the COVID, we still operated. We operated 24/7. So people were still booking trips. They had to get where they're going. So I just want to talk a little bit of how to apply. Our assessment centers are closed right now. So normally when you'd call for an application, in whatever language, we'll help you in whatever language you needed. You would get the application in the mail along with a date for the assessment. But because our assessment centers are closed due to safety protocols due to COVID, what we do is please still call us. Please still call us. Let us know the essential travel you need to take and your need for Accessoride because you cannot use the subways or bus. So again, we want to focus on essential travel, such as going to those important dialysis and chemo appointments, such as if you're an essential worker and you need to get to teaching or wherever it is you need to go. Make sure you explain that to the folks who will help you, and we'll look at each request case by case. A lot of times folks need the service immediately. Like I said, they need to get to life-saving treatment, and we understand that. So make sure you have, or you can fax us documentation from your end-stage renal, your dialysis folks, or your oncologist. So very important to remember that. But again, it still begins with a call. Still, please, please, please call us. Someone is there Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 to help you out. Okay. I was still doing this one, right, Shirley and Tammy? Did I say that? Shirley, Tammy?
Yes. How to make a reservation.
I'm still doing that one, or you're
Okay.
taking that? I'm taking that.
So how to make a reservations. What we always recommend is to please make the reservations 1 to 2 days in advance. And you can do it by phone. You're still calling the 1-877-337-2017 number. You just tell the agent, but it's very important when you're speaking with the agent that you do please provide the exact address, any cross streets. We even suggest if there's any landmarks, then you can. It might have a yellow awning or a green awning, which helps identify it and actually help the driver locate where you're going. And online, as well as on the app, you put in the information, which is very helpful. When you're using the application on the phone, what we do recommend is that there's a few steps you have to take. So you have to call our eligibility department, which is option number 1, and you have to confirm your email address. So once you confirm your email address, you will get an email sent to you that approves it. We will also call you with a password to make sure that you're able to log in correctly. At that time, you can always reset your password, and then you can start booking your trips online. What the good thing with the app is that the app, you can also see, besides your reservation, in the event that you are at your location and you cannot make it, you need to cancel. You could always cancel your appointment. You could always request an appointment. If you're stuck somewhere and you cannot talk live, you can book through your app or online. So those options are definitely very helpful, and it's easy. It's very accessible.
So again, before you call or go online or use the app, make sure you know where you're going. We know that sounds crazy, but sometimes the accessible address is not the address to where you're going. So if you do need that accessible address, please check. Also check the time. How long are you going to be there? Are you going to be there a full hour, 2 hours? Do you need to get there earlier to go through a checkpoint, when they take your temperature and things like that? So really, before you call, make sure you know these things. And of course, you want to decide whether you need a pickup or an appointment time. And of course, on the day of service, if you're having difficulties, like you're delayed for whatever reason, you can call us 24/7. We're there to help you. That's prompt number 5, our command center. So did I cover everything? I think I did. Okay. Tammy, were you going to take the next one?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So as Shirley mentioned, we have some options where we can make your reservations online. So we have the My AAR, which you can go through the mta.info website, and you're able to go in and actually book your trips and track your trips. You can manage your subscription trips, which is really great if you're going someplace like dialysis or someplace to work regularly. You can manage that right from online. You can also do it through the app, which you can get from either the Apple Store or the
Play Store.
Play Store. Thank you. On the Android. So we have the My MTA app. So you can do all those same things from the app, right from your phone. You can track your trips from the phone, which is really great. So if you're waiting outside, like Donna is in the photo, you can track it right there from your phone. Stand outside because you have to be outside waiting for your pickups, and you can do it from your tablet, smartphone, computer. You can also update any of your contact information from there, which is really great and convenient. Make your reservations 1 to 2 days in advance on the phone as well and online, 7 days a week, including holidays. You can view the status of your trip request. You can cancel your trip from there. You can, like I said, request a new subscription and manage it from there. You can monitor the blue and white vehicles, which are our dedicated fleet. You can also check on your broker trips in real time, which is great. 1 hour prior to your pickup time. So you have a little bit of a leeway to do that, which is really great. Track your trip while you're in the vehicle to determine your estimated time of arrival. If you need to let people know what's going on when you get there, how long you're going to be. That's really helpful to have, be able to track that as well. And you can also rate your trip experience right from their phone. So that is really convenient. Okay, and those are the 2 places you can also get that app. Okay, should I do the next one?
Sure.
Okay. So if you're traveling within your borough, this is a really great thing. You can also request taxi authorization. You can do that right from the reservation time when you're making your reservation. Okay, and if there's always
when you're calling, yeah, when you're calling.
Yeah, if you're calling, yes, I'm sorry, not from your phone. If you're calling in your reservation, or if you're calling in and for some reason your vehicle doesn't arrive, you can request taxi authorization. And we can actually do submit your receipts now online, which is a really great thing that's very new. And people will be able to submit those requests right online for reimbursement. And there's the website below, the link for that.
Shirley.
So resources for Accessoride customers. Like Tammy had mentioned, the IVR calls, you can either get a text message, you can get an email, or you can get a call, whichever option, it's up to you. You're calling the eligibility department again and letting them know how you would like to receive this form of confirmation of your trips. And usually what you do get as your confirmation, you get a reminder the night before about the trip that's scheduled for the next day. You get an alert telling you approximately what time your vehicle will be arriving. An alert that your eligibility will expire soon and need to be renewed. A reminder to subscription service users to call and reserve trips on holidays. So subscription is the days that you requested. However, if your subscription falls on a holiday and there's 12 major holidays, it will be canceled. It'll be canceled automatically because most of the people are not working, most offices are closed. So they do that as a precaution. So if you have to report to work or you have to go to your destination, you have to call in and reserve the trip for that day. But you will get a call to let you know that for that day, your subscription was canceled. And then a service alert due to weather. So we always let you know, and we do have a Twitter accounts, and we have that, and we like to remind customers that when inclement weather does come, be proactive and just use better judgment, and so that definitely assists. The Metro card. What's good is that we know that customers like to be independent, and there might be times when a vehicle might be running late or it might not arrive, or you want to get to your destination faster. Your appointment time that you requested was you left early. So what Accessoride has is that your ID is also is a Metro card, and it provides you 4 free trips a day on a New York City bus or train. You have the card there, and you just do it. If you're on the bus, you dip it, and if you're on the train, you swipe it. And if you have a PCA, then you also get trips for the PCA. So it'll be 4 free trips for you and 4 free trips for your PCA. So again, if you're using the bus or trains, you would actually dip it twice if you are with your PCA. And again, a PCA does not have to be a medical personnel. It can be a different person. It could be a friend today. Tomorrow it might be a spouse. The following day might be a sibling. So it's just someone who's there to assist you on the day of your trip.
Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about Accessoride's COVID response. To keep everybody safe. You should know that Paratransit continues to aggressively clean and disinfect our vehicles. We're using sprays. A lot of different organizations are using the same, just like our buses, Department of Buses. And also the vehicles that are part of our broker program, our for-hire vehicles and taxis, do have specific protocol that they must follow as well, keeping the vehicles clean and disinfected, and taking steps such as washing their hands and wearing facial covering. Okay, all drivers and passengers must wear a mask when using mass transit or out in the public. It's the safest thing to do. Cash and fare collection has been placed on hold, so we're not taking fares at this time. When that is reinstated, we'll be sure to let everyone know through our social media, but also when you call to make your reservations or go online to make your reservations, an announcement will be there as well that the collection has resumed. But at this point, it's safer not to have that interaction or exchange cash. Some other things is what I talked about at the beginning, that we're not scheduling shared rides, but our customers can still travel with their personal care attendant or guest. Again, if you need to travel with that additional person, just let our reservationists know, and we'll try very hard to get you permission to do so. It has to do with social distancing. We can't keep you all distant from the driver in our vehicle. So we ask that you please just refrain from traveling with more than one additional person. Again, what I said about the eligibility process, the assessment centers are closed, but those who wish to apply, please call us at that number, explain your situation, and an agent will help you. Those customers who might have noticed that their service may expire shortly, again, just give us a call. We have extended service for those whose eligibility came due during this crisis. So we definitely understand the need to extend your service during this time. And finally, some of you might have heard about our on-demand program. A small number of our customers have been participating in this pilot program, and we had hoped to expand it to more folks, but we placed it on hold until further notice. As you know, there are budget concerns right now with the MTA, so we're really just waiting to hear from them to see how we move forward with the project. So Tammy, I'm going to let you finish here.
So keep up with the happenings regarding Accessoride. We are on social media, and you can reach us there. Like Shirley said earlier, we do post all kinds of information about weather alerts or traffic issues with traffic in the city. If there's some big event going on, a parade or anything like that, we do try to make sure we post information that lets you know what's going on ahead of time, so that you're not stuck in traffic and you have other delays, and you can make arrangements with that. Also, we have our guide to Accessoride, which customers receive when they become a customer. But also, if you are in need of that information, it's also online at mta.info. And also there at mta.info, you can find information about Manage Your Trip. This is what we were speaking about earlier, my AAR sign-in. You'll see it there on the right in the box. It's a way for you to get to the book your trips and do all those the other features that we mentioned, and also about anything about paratransit service, how to use the service. It's all available right there online. And if you need to reach us, you have any concerns or requests or suggestions, you can call the comment line, which is at our 888-877 number at the very bottom of the screen on the right. And you can press number 8 for the comment line, and you can share any comments, concerns, or commendations.
Okay, we thought we'd, Mary, we talked about just giving a quick tutorial how to get to our website. Would that be okay?
Sure.
Okay, let's see if I can do this properly again.
And everybody, if you have any questions, please unmute yourself and please feel free to ask Donna and the team.
Can everyone see it? Yep, the homepage.
No, you have to share your screen. You have to share.
I did this last time, right? Remember? I'll get to it. There we go. Sorry, guys. Everyone can see it now, yes?
Yes.
Great. Okay, so this is the homepage for mta.info, and in the left-hand corner here is the menu, and you can click on that and find the link to Accessoride. You can also just go straight down to accessibility and click on that way. And you'll find more about accessible subway stations and kind of really cool information about that, as well as a link to Accessoride. So there's a couple of ways you can get to us, but I hope that helped a little bit. This is our main page for Accessoride. What Tammy and Shirley were talking about is our Manage Your Trip program. Really interesting information, but if you want to understand more how to do it, you can always go to our resources and announcements right here, and that'll bring you to our newsletters. That'll bring you about all those guides, just little tutorials, as well as our Accessoride dashboard. It helps us with transparency, so you know what's our on-time performance. It's really a great tool to look at. There's just great information here for you to take a look at. So please, it's there if you need it. Our website's pretty clearly laid out. You can get the guide, download the guide in all different languages. You can also find out about our Paratransit Advisory Committee and step-by-step on how to make reservations, kind of the things we spoke about. And that's it. I hope that was helpful.